We are in your hearts. Bren, map number 3 coming out here. Volskaya is the name of the game. Will we see more shenanigans from the Bazooka Puppies?
I'm assuming yes, right? Interesting little tidbit of information here. Ube has never played Bastion before this game today, I found out. Ever. Well, no, he's played it before, but in a professional setting, in scrims, he's never played it. So this was purely, they pulled it out for the meme games. It was on point, might I add, you know. These boys, they know what they're doing.
Bren, he's had his first taste of real power today.
This is not true at all.
No,
Bastion was
real
terrible.
power. No.
It was not true in
You
the
can
slightest.
turn into a... Can you turn into a tank?
He literally said he didn't understand what was happening when he ulted because he's never played Bastion before. He didn't understand what tank form was. He had no clue. The man was lost.
Tank form, it's very straightforward. It turns you into a tank.
Yeah, that's true. He went to go find Hanzo though, and misclicked and just committed. That's my theory on it because.
Sometimes you don't teach geometry, sometimes you teach transformational abilities.
Yeah, I can rate that, to be honest. If you could have any ultimate ability, ZP, from the world of Overwatch, what would you have?
Any ultimate ability.
Any ultimate ability.
You know what, I'd go with Sound Barrier because I can't drop beats, but if I had Sound Barrier, I could drop some beats.
Yeah, that'd be incredible. I mean, I was looking at, me and ZP, we were out on the dance floor a couple of nights ago. ZP was bringing the heat on the dance floor, straight up. He was slamming it home. You know, he made Soldier 76 look like an absolute amateur.
It's true, and now I can barely walk on my left foot because I gave myself a blister.
Surely that wasn't from dancing. No.
I think the dancing didn't help.
Oh, no, ZP.
I had to wear flip-flops today, man. just so you know, like that's the world I'm living in. But speaking of living in worlds here, this Gigantti defense, not going for anything crazy here, but it is a dive defense with the Sombra, similar to what we saw 1-2-3 run before. And again, this makes his first fight a little bit tough for Gigantti and an opening for Bazooka Puppiez.
It does indeed. Bazooka Puppiez, though, are opting for, again, the similar composition to what they've run in the past, but this time they've got a bit of counterplay going on. Moffat is on the McCree. McCree, a very effective hero against Sombra. You know, when the Sombra's poking and prodding into the back lines, you can get a flashbang combo off, you can pick him off. And as soon as you bring down the Sombra at the end of the day, it makes the attack much easier for you in the grand scheme of things. But they're looking for these hooks as well. They're starting to take control of various areas. You can see the Mega Halfpack area completely under control right now. Bazooka Puppiez, and what a hook!
And they have 2 pick-off options here. They have the Roadhog and the McCree. Either one is a great option as they try and just hold behind this Reinhardt and secure territory. They want Moffat to get that 2-shot headshot, or Linkser could... Did he just fall off?
I don't think he did. I don't think he meant to do that at all. I think Linkser just fell off the map.
A pick is a pick is a pick. And Bazooka Puppiez down in a good position off of Linkser's inability to climb walls. Let's go.
Oh, what is this game? Still, it will eventually mean that Bazooka Puppies are going to get this first capture point.
Well
just
learned.
Because of Linkser. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's unusual for a team to get these full holds going. I mean, still, we see Damon, he's going for it, but I mean, you're dancing with death there, buddy. You know, up against the McCree, the flashbang combo will be enough damage. And Bazooka Puppiez, they've got about 6 minutes to work with, and we have a pause. So the question remains, ZP. Okay, I've told you what ultimate ability you have, right? If you could invent an ultimate ability, what would it be? What do you want to see in the game?
I want an ability that, a support ultimate, we need new support ultimates, and I think that's very good. However, I think that the element of food in Overwatch is missing. So it'd be a new hero that, it's a chef.
How did I know?
The chef
How did I know?
The chef would unleash a picnic basket, which would give health packs in the form of food, sweets, cookies, and you could run over them to heal yourself and fight the other team mid-fight.
Like little armor packs, but instead of armor, it's healing.
And think about the cross-sponsorship opportunities. You know, you go to different cookie companies, and you go, look, you can have your branding in Overwatch. When this hero uses an ultimate, people will know that your cookies taste the most delicious.
Yeah. I mean, straight up, let's go for it. Why not?
This is my business plan, Bren.
I was under the assumption, like, when you mentioned food-based heroes, I was thinking, like, more along the lines of, like, you know those New York hot dog sellers, right? They stand at the side of the rows, they got the hot dogs. I have one of those. It's just a standard guy. It's just a guy, right? He's not physically fit. He can only really move at short bursts at a time. And his special ability is he sets up shop, and he just heals people, and just by handing out hot dogs. But if you don't pay him back, this is where it's going to introduce like a money scheme into the game, right? A little money mode. You have to manage your money economy, right? This is the economy aspect of it. If you can't pay him, he chases you down, and that's when his ultimate ability kicks off. If you can't afford to pay this guy, he goes crazy. You know, he's starting to whip out broomsticks. That's his ultimate ability. You know, like Genji whips out the blade. He just pulls a broomstick out of nowhere and just goes to town, sweeps at the composition.
He cleans up.
He cleans up.
And here's the extra plot twist that you inspired me. We're going to combine your great idea with Overwatch lore. The seller, it's not just a guy. It's an Omnic.
It's an Omnic?
It's Mondada, but he's wearing a baseball cap and a mustache. So
isn't he deceased?
No, he lived. But they couldn't let people know, so he had to fight crime under the identity of a simple hot dog seller.
I mean, this pause could not end sooner, I feel like.
You brought us down this dark road, okay?
I did.
You started those questions. You knew where this was going to lead on some level.
I have a habit of doing this,
Yes.
realistically. I mean, let me see if I can pull up any questions. Okay, so we've got the backstory covered for him.
Yes.
All right. I mean, I just don't think that would work in the slightest.
I think it could.
I mean,
you have to believe.
Yeah.
All
no.
Overwatch heroes gain their power from belief, Brennon. If you're not believing, Mondada stays dead.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's the truth?
That's how it works, yes.
Gosh. Okay. This is the end of it. I feel like we need to switch the conversation to something Overwatch related that's not us
like,
trying to create our own heroes, you know?
Well, for one thing, Gigantti, even though Linkser might have had a little bit, too much in a way of like ice on his hands so he couldn't hold on.
That's true.
He ends up falling off to his death.
We haven't spoke about that, really, have we?
No, he slipped and fell. But instead, Gigantti, they get to save their EMP for this next fight, so they're not really in a too bad of a situation here. They can definitely bring this back, and I like talking about players being angry. This might be an angry Dragon Blade from Linkser.
Could be indeed. I mean, he might be angry that he just slipped and fell to his death, you know, because that could have been a full hold if he stayed alive potentially. But right now you can see the forward aggression by Gigantti.
Oh no!
Oh no! Linkser's Dragon Blade is gone. Oh no! Oh, that is a dangerous scenario. How many times have we seen these sleep darts today on ulting Genjis?
Linkser, that's not how you get your aggression out. That's just how you get even more angry. They might have to pause again to replace the keyboard. But in any case, Electric Cowboy on the field. Bazooka Puppiez keeping the pressure on. They invest the Sound Baron, and it's another sleep into the back.
It is indeed.
They don't get much of that Electric Cowboy at all. They get nothing.
I mean, it was looking so good. They got 2 picks off the back of it. Linkser was brought down. The Dragon Blade got nothing done because, mind you, he didn't get refunded for that as well. It was a beautiful sleep dart. And still, they are trudging on endlessly, trying to find an opportunity here or there. But Linkser bringing down Meza, their main tank's gone. The whole log is used by Mete as well. He's desperately going around the corner. He's not going to be finding anyone for the time being. And the longer this fight goes on, the better it's going to be for Gigantti here.
Oh, Mete. Oh no! How do you not finish that?
It's hard, man. It's like I've been saying this entire time. It's road hard.
In any case, they almost had the point. You've got to get the point for Gigantti.
How is this
out of room?
What?
It just happened. Linkser, you shouldn't have gotten slept on his Dragon Blade. That's what should have happened. But now, Gigantti, they drop the EMP. They have most of the respawns back in. And off of the EMP, they will finally defend their own territory. But my word.
I'm shocked that they got 94%. That's some scary stuff for Gigantti. They were thinking, right, okay, we can just leave the point. How would you let that happen for the time being? Because it felt like that team fight was neither one on either side, right? It was both sides were getting a pick here and there, not really committing too much to the fight, and then they just walk onto the point. Gigantti have no presence on it. 94.3% already, 4.5 minutes remaining for Bazooka Puppiez. What was looking like an impossibility might look like it could be turned around for them.
All right, so Gigantti, this is where they get a little bit stable. Oh no. Oh no. We've hit maximum beam status. Elevator. Is there anything? Oh, did he get him? He knocked him off. Yes. Both supports gone. Oh my word. I've seen this attempted twice, Bren, and both times the Diva has done that. The last time was AKM treating Immortals back in the Beat Invitational so long ago.
I don't believe it. That's why you don't do that. Bazooka Puppiez are literally just playing the mean game. Like, their game plan coming into this, they were saying in the chat earlier, their game plan coming into this was, if we don't know what we're doing, our enemies won't know what we're doing. And it seems to be working. I mean, they've got a lot of cap time on the board.
Wait, are they going for the get?
No, surely
Second
not.
time's the charm?
Second time's the charm? No. As good as that would be.
Take the elevator. You won't do it.
Well, Gigantti, they've got 6 ults online. And they are going to be putting in the pressure now onto Meza. Bio Grenade will heal him up to a decent degree as well. And he does have an Earth Shatter available to him. The question is, how is he going to be really fully able to make good usage of it? Self-destruct also comes in from Zap, which is buying a bit of time. And now we see the engage here, ZP. Oh, the Soundbar is used, but completely negated, shut down by the EMP of Shaz.
Music sharing is off limits here in Gigantti's territory. The EMP cutting off the music, cutting off the beat, and letting Linkser cut Bazooka Puppiez' life.
What a fantastic EMP. I mean, we're going to be watching this replay from Linkser's perspective, but that was all the Shaz show. I mean, look at this. The sound barrier. It was a 6-man sound barrier, and it just went down the toilet. It was gone. CPU was out of there.
Alternate universe where Napster just dies immediately.
What? These references are so like
the original
ridiculous.
music sharing service, it was illegal, but now Gavin diving in, the pulse bomb, opening it up. And Bazooka Puppiez, the elevator, not working too much in their favor.
They had so much time as well. That's the crazy thing about this, because Bazooka Puppiez almost won with 4.5 minutes remaining, but now they've been taken down to 2.5 minutes for the time being, still not really getting any presence on the point. The upside now is the fact that Shaz does not have an EMP available to build up his, well, he doesn't have an EMP to use for the next team fight. Bazooka Puppiez can be moving into this one now. They've got about 4 ultimates online, and we do see Moffat has made the switch now to the Reaper, which we have seen a lot of success with teams running the Reaper in this final checkpoint of assault maps in particular.
I like the idea behind this because if Roadhog gets an early pickoff, which he's capable of, that puts Reaper in a much better position. I actually think Roadhog Reaper, in theory, is a smart idea. So long as you can get the early pickoff, because then Reaper's substantially more powerful. So for me, Mete is the mover and shaker here, but if you can get that early pickoff, it might lead to good things.
Earth Shatter is going to be laid down by Meza, and the kills will start to flow in off the back of this one. Gigantti going to be using their soundbar to try and hold on for dear life. For the time being, it's 99.5% CP on this point.
And Linkser pulls out the blade, says, no, we are going to defend this last 0.5%, but for how long? Fraggy, though, the Primal Rage, it's made enough space. Moffat, he might still be in the fight, but he's wounded. He needs meat to shoot to heal himself up here. And Bazooka Puppiez, they go for the full reset here, Bren. They're down to their final minute 13, and all that progress they just made, it's gone. Like Moffat. He's also
millisecond. That was a millisecond EP. That's 0.5% from them taking the second round. That is squeaky bum time if I've ever heard it. I mean, that is ridiculous.
What?
I'll explain to you later. Don't worry.
I let that slip mostly, but I'm on record as saying what to that. But now, Bazooka Puppiez coming in right now, taking that front elevator, not the side, and they're just trying to calm this down, look for a pick and find a way in. But Gigantti, they dive in.
Well, they're certainly going for this one right now. They almost get a kill there onto Psycho Waffle, but he does eventually evade it for the time being. Gigantti just going to be holding on to this one. They do almost have the EMP, and now we see the beat. It's going to be dropped pretty early by Bazooka Puppiez here. They want to lead in the initiative, try and basically take this point by overwhelming force and authority, and they do manage to get this initial kill onto Big Goose.
Big Goose had the fight to begin with. Bazooka Puppiez hoping that Moffat now can start getting the position here, taking down respawns, but they're just shredded on the outskirts. Davin has done his job here. Respawns are coming in. Gigantti has to be careful. They don't have much room to give, but they're able to clean up the rest. 5 seconds left, and it's not enough time to put this into overtime.
There you have it. We're going to be seeing it. Only a single checkpoint as close as it might have been. 99.5%. Bazooka Puppiez, they're going to be kicking themselves off that because they were so close. 4 minutes into this game, they had 94% on the board. Didn't work out for them.
Bren, now I'm asking you a question.
What's this?
We're reversing the dynamic here because we need a rewind towards the end of that game. Squeaky bum time.
I'm not explaining it here.
Okay, fine.
It's not being explained, ZP. If we delve into this too much, I'm gonna be labeled as the caster who is just dumb, right? If we go into it too much, if you delve too deeply into the Brennisms, you're left mentally scarred for life, okay? We can't do it.
Would my mind just be a wreck?
If you really want to know, I will let you know later.
It's fine.
But if you really give it a good think, you can figure it out.
I'll try and exercise my brain, but I'll also go to you for confirmation.
You gotta run those brain cells, my man. You gotta really work it out.
I just try and conserve them. You know, there's so few to begin with. You know?
You're struggling for processing power.
All right, so we are switching rounds here. Of course, Bazooka Puppiez coming awfully close, probably the closest we've seen here so far in Contenders without actually capping the point. If not, then certainly top 5. Gigantti, they're gonna be on the attack. Bazooka Puppiez on the defense, and Bren. Orisa, they're teasing it.
I mean, they're not teasing it. They've been running it this entire series.
We can't assume.
They have been running it a lot, though. I mean, it's been almost their go-to. They seem to be big fans of the Orisa, sort of in general, across the board. I feel like they feel like the buffs provided to Orisa now. She's got faster projectile speed from her primary fire. She's got better shields more often. Going to be sending them out. Maybe they feel like you can run her in every single scenario now. I don't know, but. It looks like they are committing to this one, which question marks are being raised in my mind because Gigantti's composition, if they come out with this triple DPS, should tear through this.
Very likely. This is a case where Bazooka Puppies have to hold back, again, quite heavily and wait for a hook. But they're also running the Sombra with this, which means their early poking power is even less. So they're absolutely clutching on the idea of Mete getting an early hook. But even if they got it here, because of the Sombra here early on, Gigantti could still take a 5-on-6. And now you see the end result of this, where Gigantti, with power, is pushing Bazooka Puppies back. And they just have to hide behind the shield, but Moffett going down is huge.
Never mind. Moffett was in the back line trying to get that pick off onto Shaz of all people. Didn't work out in their favor. He's sending out a few abilities or two, just searching for the opportunities across the point. For the time being, though, David puts in a bit of work, brings down Cycle off a nice hook, though, but not enough damage to bring down Linkser. The point is going to slowly get played up here for the time being. Gigantti actually don't have any bodies on the point, but they're just focusing on winning this battle through pure attrition.
No hooks, no wins. Not much they can do here. And they had a time limit to get that early pickoff, and time has expired. Gigantti, their poke finally hits its moment, and Linkser just cleaning up the scraps. So very swift here from Gigantti, and this is bad news bears for the final point here, Bren. That Dragon Blade is ready to go.
It is indeed. And almost 7 minutes is what Gigantti have to work with here. The only downside is, I mean, Rubicon has his EMP. That's the one thing that Bazooka Puppies are needing to utilize, need to maximize here. There wasn't any chance of trying to come out on top in this match. I mean, Big Goose does not have his sound barrier to really negate it with. If they use it early and often here, and here I see it. I mean, oh, what a transcendence by Shaz, though, to counteract it.
He read him like a buck. Rubicon gets sliced down. You can't run away from that. Linkser right behind with the blade, right out of a horror movie. 2 kills here from Linkser. And now Gigantti, full health, great positioning, locking this one in. The Bazooka Puppies, they are in trouble, Brent.
Yeah, it's fantastic positioning by Shaz like that. It really cements him as a top-tier support at this current moment of time, and already 2 ticks and counting here. ZP, 85%. Do they have anyone to get onto the point? Not quite. And that'll be it. Gigantti going to be taking map number 3. Very close between the two teams. Bazooka Puppies almost capping out that second checkpoint, but unfortunately was not enough for them. And I mean, here's Linkser again on his Genji. Will this be the final moments that we saw earlier? Possibly. Not quite, but a different... Oh, this was wonderful. That was such an excellent EMP into the sound barrier.
Instant replay. Linkser, I mean, when you have the EMP backing you up like that when they were on their defense, it's just... It's just free kills, isn't it, at the end of the day? There's not much they can do against them when they're all disabled up, when they're all just in that close quarters. But, I mean, from this game, ZP, I mean, no surprises realistically coming out from Gigantti. I mean, to be fair, now we're going into Gibraltar as a map. Bazooka Puppies traditionally have looked stronger on Gibraltar. Can you see it here and now? Is this the time they're going to be taking a map? Because that was a bit close there on Volskaya. There was opportunities. Do you foresee any hope of getting a map? No, and I think part of the reason is, so Bazooka Puppies, they're going with the strategy, right, where they're going with this tank-heavy setup that Gigantti probably doesn't have much experience with. They've gained experience, Bren, over the course of the series, and in the end, that helps by the time you get to map 4. But, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, map number 4 will be underway. You've dialed into the right number, and we are back with Overwatch Contenders Season 1 EU, heading to map number 4 here, Bren. Watch Point Gibraltar. Bazooka Puppiez, they've shown us some heart, determination, compositions. We don't see much in the Western Sphere. Do they have what it takes here as we go into Gibraltar?
I don't know. It's a hard ask, isn't it, of this team? I mean, in the past, they've shown up on Gibraltar. That was in a different scenario. They had Sharp playing for them instead of Moffat. Whether or not they're going to be repeating the same again, I mean, I think a lot of it also might come down to teams underestimating them to a degree, but that's very difficult to tell. You can't really peer into the mind of a team and feel how they're feeling. You know, at the end of the day, it could be Bazooka Puppiez. I can. I'm capable of many things. That's the truth. Don't question me on that. Don't even quote me on it. But
I'm peering into your mind right now.
Yeah, ZP's just staring me down right now. It's incredibly uncomfortable and unnerving. But whilst we get into Gibraltar, we're going to be seeing probably standard compositions by Gigantti. And if anything, from what we've seen in the past or the previous maps is to judge, Bazooka Puppiez might be coming out with some crazy stuff.
Bren, why do you plan on pushing Puckett out of the plane without a parachute?
Why? Don't question me on that. Don't talk to me about that. My private force.
That's all I saw there, but yes.
I'm just trying to take over the hosting desk, you know?
That's fine.
I'm trying to take over.
You know what? I will support this. It's fine. The revolution will be televised. But guys, as we head into Gibraltar here, it's going to be Gigantti on defense to open things out. And wait a second. No.
Well, no. What do you mean no?
Okay, that's better. I was going to say, you can't possibly be putting Zappos on Junkrat and not Linkser on Junkrat.
Yeah.
Order wouldn't be had in the world, but
this is standard. Like, there's no way to really say, oh, this is out of the ordinary. Gigantti, they got the Ana as expected. First point Gibraltar. Ana's very effective. You can just keep her up onto the high ground. You've got a good line of sight for heals for your whole team. And if Bazooka Puppiez choose to try and dive onto the back lines, you've got the Bio Grenade to try and eat up and soak up a lot of that damage and really peel for yourself in a lot of ways. Bazooka Puppiez, on the other hand, might be going for something standard for the first time in our lives, but I think that might be hoping for a little bit too much. Psycho Waffle, is he going to be making the switch here? Or is he going to be sticking to the Mercy? This is an interesting composition because you see this every now and then. The Mercy damage boosting the Widow just for those one-shot capabilities, for those body shots.
It makes the Widow a lot more dangerous, but it also makes her a much more attractive target. The reason why this kind of works here is that as a defense on Gibraltar, under most situations, you don't want to deep dive back here, so this damage-boosted Widow is actually safe at this point. The question is whether or not Moffat will stay on it as the payload gets forward and you have to deal with the second phase of Gibraltar, and for now, appears like he's staying on it, but they've already lost Rubicon.
Losing that initial support is going to be rough for them because, again, you're losing a lot of heals there. You're only relying on Psycho Waffle for this coming into this now. We do see a few ults being built up. You know, Moffat has got his infrared sight, but at the end of the day, it's not really going to be doing too much. But Ube is just, yeah, he's trying to sneak that payload past. He's going to be met with a Bio Grenade to the face and has built up his own pulse bomb, but Bazooka Puppiez is just playing this super passively, super patiently, waiting for these pickoffs.
All right, Bazooka Puppiez right now, creeping down the other way. Ube, big opportunity here if he lands this. Looking for the pulse bomb to the back. Didn't stick to Genji, it does. Linkser, he's out of there. And Bazooka Puppiez now with a huge opportunity to catch Gigantti off guard.
No, I don't think they were expecting that at all. I mean, he was sending out that pulse bomb with the intention of connecting it onto Fraggy, but Linkser just pops down, connects onto his calf muscle, and brings him down as a result. And now Bazooka Puppiez with that one pickoff, they have a bit of an opening to push this cart in. What a shot, even though it's damage boosted. It's a body shot onto Davin. Remember, when you've got that damage-boosted Widow, you don't even need to hit a headshot onto the Tracer to bring her down in one.
The good old days. It reminds me of the good old days where Widows were Widows.
Good about those days.
Those were incredible. Oh. But now the fight is in the server room, and Moffat, well protected, still damage-boosted all the while. He has that Mercy energy riding into him. And Bazooka Puppiez, though, even though they got the early pickoff, they're now losing kind of their opportunities.
Oh, self-destruct, going to get caught on the edge for the time being. Nice resurrect being used here by Psycho Waffle to bring up Ube. Force bomb coming down, but Linkser striking back, picks up the triple kill. And now he's going to be in a happy position as the rest of his team can cement their defense.
The funny thing here is that if they weren't running the Widow, because of the early pickoff they got on the Linkser, they could have dove in much more aggressively with the standard comp. The problem with the Widow is that even the Widow can get you pickoffs. If someone else gets the pickoff, you still have to play it a little bit more disciplined. You can't dive in the way some other comps can when you get that advantage. So this comp kind of worked against Bazooka Puppiez here.
Yeah, I mean, Almost bringing down the Widow to a second there. Moffett has to get healed up for the time being, and it is relatively passive. Gigantti, remember, have 2 of these support ults to use. They can defend from this if they want to. Soundbarrier by Gigantti will connect 1 to 5 of them for the time being. Could be a good one of that. Now Linksa gets the nano boost, but he's got no blade to work with. Does he even need it? Sends out the shurikens, tries to put in the damage. Could be searching for the back lines, but again, gets boot back for the time being. Reflect, not going to be getting much damage done.
Genji right now doesn't quite want to dive into that. It was far too low HP. Meza going to end his life, and Bazooka Puppies are actually starting to turn this one back. Gigantti got a little bit over-eager there, underestimating the power that Bazooka Puppies still had on the field, and now Davin, very far away from the payload, not going to even remotely get there in time. He's on his own mission right now. One-on-ones in the backfield. Let's go.
Okay, all right, Davin. He has pulled 2
He's still
members of the
going
team. He gets the kill onto Ube. Ube had backup from a diva. What in God's green earth is that?
Worth. That's what that is.
Worth it.
Worth.
All it takes that. Now Linksa with the Dragon Blade into the back lines, brings down Psycho Waffle, brings down Rubicon. He wants more ZP. He's a hungry lad. He's a growing boy once again.
My goodness. So, Bazooka Puppies going to have to go for a full reset here. Note that they are still running the Mercy. The Resurrection is on deck. They used it in the last fight. They're going to be able to use it here in a moment, but they also need a clean fight to use it, right? You don't want to use a Resurrection in a case where you're just bringing it back to even. You'd prefer to have it in a case where you've gotten a kill and you can really secure the numerical advantage.
Yeah. You see here is the Linksa double kill. Straight into the backlines of the supports. Did not stand a chance in that moment. Still, game continues. Linksa manages to get the kill to Ube with the shurikens. Don't know how he quite found that one, but still building up. He is on fire at the moment as well, quite literally.
He's like, yeah, you're not going to shoot me, are you? I'm just going to go through this door. The cat and mouse game between Widow and Genji, where really it's all in the Genji's favor. If he gets shot, good shot by the Widow. If he reflects it back into the Widow just feels shame.
Yeah, absolutely. Meza will find the initial kill into Linksa, though. That's kind of what they were looking for. The infrared sight will set things up to a degree. He's going for this shot onto Shaz, eating a ton of damage as a result. Transcendence gets forced out early just from the mere presence of Moffett now. Team Gigantti definitely trying to keep themselves alive as it stands, and Fraggy will get the rundown onto Moffett.
Even though the Widow has cleared some space, it hasn't been enough here so far, where Bazooka Puppies are really struggling to get early pickoffs. They're not getting them consistently. They're not able to dive in because they're clutching on the Widow. And at some point, you got to swap up. It's not working.
Yeah.
Please, now's the time to change your game plan. You just used Res, so you can swap to something more basic here with a minute 13 left.
No, Moffett still sticking with the Widow. He's committed. I can respect that in a guy, you know. If they're committing to it, it's his choice. Moffett feels like he can turn up, but from what we've seen, hasn't quite been working out in their favor.
Do you respect him now? He just got off the Widowmaker. He's not committed at all.
No respect anymore.
All right,
even though he switched to a proper composition, no respect.
Okay,
no respect.
good. No, the respect is gone. Bren sticks to his morals.
I do. Pulse bomb, though. I want to see some Kobe pulse bombs coming out from Davin here, straight from the underside. Is he going to be going for us? Instead, the backlines is assaulted. Linksa is going to be able to keep up this double kill. The help of Fraggy here. Psycho Waffle might be next. Does get the boop away in the nick of time. Reflect does not save you from the Tesla cannon, unfortunately for him. And overwhelming damage from Gigantti will mean that they are going to be the winners once again of this team fight. And it's a little bit of like deja vu, isn't it? It just seems to be the exact same approach by Bazooka Puppies. Keep going through the close quarters, and they just keep getting shut down time and time again. So
what they're going to need here, at least they have both tank ults up. The self-destruct can create a little bit of disruption. Meza with the Primal Rage can get them off the ship. And then they need to hope to win the ground game here. Final attempt coming up, though. 9 seconds, and Meza is going the opposite way. Doesn't care about the ship, and plenty of Gigantti still on the high ground as they have both support ults up.
They do indeed. Going to be some ults being traded out here. Self-destruct, but nobody was on the cart. Does happen from time to time. We've seen it a couple of times this tournament, but it means Bazooka Puppy is going to be stopped short. CP, you sound so disappointed, man. That sigh was just one of disappointment. It wasn't relief, it was disappointment.
It's just, why? Come on. You had so many up. That might have been your final attacking round.
Yeah, they could have turned it. So. Potentially. But only going to be able to get it into the hangers phase for the time being. And the question is now, how quickly will Gigantti win?
I mean, you're assuming that they're going to win.
Oh, you think they won't?
Any team...
Can we put your suit jacket on the line for this one, ZP?
Oh, well, this one is one that I could actually part with. But no, I think Gigantti will win here. I'm just saying never underestimate the ability of a team to run triple DPS and have bad engages repeatedly on first point Gibraltar.
True.
It has been known to happen in the Overwatch scene.
Yep.
But I don't think Gigantti's going to do that. I think Gigantti is a bit smarter than that.
I think you're just scared of committing to eating a suit jacket. I've done it multiple times during Contenders. multiple times, CP.
It's true. I mean, I just think you're more eager to eat a suit jacket. My suit, unfortunately, contains heavy amounts of gluten. And, and unfortunately, I just can't bring myself to eat something that's not gluten-free.
Why is your suit made out of gluten?
Why is it not?
That's not normal.
Look, if it can wreck your stomach, it can protect you from harm as a suit. That's my logic.
Are you intolerant to gluten?
Oh, absolutely not. I eat gluten stuff all the time. I'm just coming up with a ridiculous excuse.
No, I don't believe it. I mean, you were like, oh, Bazooka Puppies can do it. No, put your money where your mouth is, lad. But it looks like Bazooka Puppies are going to be going with a very solid composition. Ube is going to be teasing with this one. I mean, we've seen it happen. The Roadhog, the May, the Reaper, close quarters. The game plan here for Bazooka Puppies is they use the May Ice Wall to lock players in once the car reaches a certain point in this car wash where they're standing right now. They use the Ice Wall and they just literally pound the Hellfire shotguns into them from Moffat and as well as the hooks coming in from Meta.
So you're saying they're going to weave a Song of Ice and Fire here?
Oh yeah, that was excellent. I set you up for that one, didn't I? Jeez.
Well, in any case, unlike some series, this one might actually complete as Gigantti is moving forward here.
Don't say that.
It's never coming out.
I got faith.
No, you shouldn't.
George, good old George.
He has faith in the Jets. What does that tell you about a man? But now, Gigantti, powered by the Widowmaker. Oh, he made his own prison. Stuck in your own freezer. He gets taken down. What a disaster.
They're all dead. It's all over. The trigger from the mine as well. Psycho off with the Discord all on him. He's gone. He's down and out. And that game plan, that backfired. Links takes a little skip and a hop through the sky. Is he going to go on for the headshot? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. He almost met his maker there.
Hot stuff.
Down to 42 HP, but this car, it's flowing in. There's no presence on the point in the slightest here, ZP.
No, not really. Linkser has put the fear of God into them. But
wow.
Now, they're too confident on the point. Ube and Meza come right out. They get rid of their front line. And now Gigantti, they haven't quite disengaged, but they can't really go back in easily either, as Linkser is still looking for shots.
I love the little ice wall there. It's just like, nope, you're not allowed to look what's behind this wall. Sorry. See you later. Yeah, Lynx is still on this Widow, though. That's an interesting one for me because he's searching for opportunities. And normally when you see teams don't really get a foothold here, they struggle. He's gone for his headshot kill, though. He really wants the frag clip highlights kicking off after this one. He really, really wants to see him on the front page of the competitive Overwatch subreddit. I can guarantee you that's why he's not switching off this CP.
No, you stay to the course. He actually heard that you respect commitment,
right? And
you didn't get from Moffat. Moffat, he saw death and he blinked. Linkser, this man right now is sticking to the plan, even though there is ice in his way, and already 2 minutes have been burned off the clock. So Bazooka Puppies is actually stabilized quite a bit here. Yeah,
I mean, as it stands, they do have ults as well to defend this one with Earth Shatter on Meza, but now here comes the Deadeye from above, going to be forcing them out. Psych Waffle is going to be gone. Oh, look at that whole hug from Zappers. I'm not even sure how he made his way up there, but he does click the kill onto Mente regardless. Moving this one in, Meza is going to find the kill with the help of Moffat here. Nano Boost was committed onto him, still has that Earth Shatter, holding onto it desperately, being pressured from multiple angles.
Meza, though, able to get away. Now he's going to get the barrier. Now the hammer might be getting dropped. He's looking for it. Will he drop it? Nope, he just gets dropped. Linkster's right there. No hammer dropping this time as Gigantti. They're out for blood, but they haven't quite gotten this yet.
Okay, still trading out evenly for the time being. Linkster, though, dangerous scenario, wants to go for the shot. Give him the shot. Give him the frag clip. Infrared spotted. What? Is he going to be surely? No, he's escaping it. But Linkster's just wasting so much time here. Earth Shatter will be brought down. He finally gets a shot to Moffat that he was looking for. But Meza's Earth Shatter, that got absolutely nilch in that engagement.
It got nada there, that much is for sure. 3 kills here going the way of Gigantti. The Blizzard comes out, but it's a little bit late. You can make popsicles, but what good if you can't actually capitalize? As Nano Boost in May. Is it getting hot? Is it getting cold? I don't even know, but, well, she's gone.
Doesn't even matter when Lynx is on the field. I mean, this guy can now just sit up here. His team are happy to take these pot shots. And here's the dangerous scenario, ZP, because look at that little golden box just down there. I mean, right now, that's all they have to push it to, and these forward spawns as well. It's like a dream come true right now for Gigantti to finish this one out. They get 2 early pickoffs straight into the thick of things, and now Linkser, he's looking for those early kills as they start to make their way out of the point.
Bazooka Puppies certainly in a rough spot here. They have to defend for 2.5 minutes. They can barely even get back to contest. And Davin, just surgical, gets rid of Mete because of the Discord Orb, comes in from the flank. The rest of Gigantti in from the front. The Ice Ball is in, but how much good can it really do here?
I mean, realistically, they're trying to definitely put in the damage here, laying in the right clicks, but ultimately Gigantti They're on fire, they're on point, they're running in the damage. The right click from Zappies. He heard my conversations about Road Dogg and he wants to prove me wrong. As the car will slowly make a little maneuver here. And Gigantti going to be the winners here of map number 4 against Bazooka Puppiez.
So, realistically speaking, knowing what we know about both teams, this outcome isn't really much of a surprise. However, I'll give credit where credit is due. Bazooka Puppiez, they were good sports about things. They were willing to experiment, try out new stuff, realizing the situation they were in, and end of the day, Bren, we did get somewhat of an entertaining series.
Yeah, absolutely. I can respect Bazooka Puppiez for that much because they sorted us out, haven't they? With an entertaining game across the board. Big fan of that. And I like that they stuck to their guns, ran on some interesting compositions. I mean, they must have heard. I got very excited at any Orisa combination at all. When Renegades were pulling that composition out with the Torbjorn, with the Symmetra, out on the Hanamura defense, every time I was like, today's the day. It's going to work. We're going to see it. But they've honed it in the Renegades, and they've shown us a good game today.
All right, guys. Well, to break down some of the cool comps we saw there, maybe go a little bit more in depth, we're throwing it to the desk.